The last couple of weeks have been far too busy to blog or do anything else, and I'm sure everyone here knows what busyness is all about. So instead of being able to type something today like I wished to, I decided that I was going to go ahead and just video all this. So I think it started a couple of weeks ago when we throw our trash out every day because of the dogs, and we have a lid that goes on our trash can, and that way the dogs don't get into it, the street dogs and wild dogs. Well, there was this little woman digging through my rubbish, and she had 4 children with her, and they were taking various bits of rubbish along with them. And I went out because Destiny saw them, said, "Mommy, there's a woman digging in the rubbish." So I said to her, "Mama," I said, "if you need something, this is Emiliano, he's my godson. He's just going to make it noisy, but we'll have patience." Uh, I said, "Mama, if you need food, I'm more than happy to help you and give you, I have food. And when I have it, you can have it." And she didn't really say much, so I went in the house and got beans and rice and milk and even fresh squeezed juice that I made that morning. I happen to have it. Sometimes we don't have it. Sometimes it's that rough for us as a family, but I happen to have it, and you know, whatever God gives, I don't care. I can just give it back. So I went out with Destiny's help, and we gave a bunch of stuff to this sweet family, and she put the bags back in my rubbish bin and walked off. And of course, you're tempted to feel good about yourself. Wow, I've done this great and noble thing, but really it's not. It's just a drop in the bucket. Well, about an hour later, my neighbor, I have some good neighbors around here that look after us. I have a neighbor came back all out of breath with my trash can. And she said, "You know that lady that you just helped?" Of course, we're doing all this in Spanish, you know. But you know that lady you just helped? She was running down the street with your trash can. And all my trash was everywhere. And I thought, well, isn't that gratitude? Here, I was willing to help her, but she took my trash can. My sweet neighbor brought it back, and we talked about it for a bit. And I said, I'm willing to help people, but when they abuse you like that, sometimes it's hard to love people when they become that way. It's hard. But I know that God loves us no matter how we are to Him, so I have to follow that example. And I was thinking, well, if something like that happens again, I'll just have to see if I can take care of her. I don't know. Well, she brought me back my trash can, and the next day I put my trash can out, and the next day it disappeared again. And then a couple days later, we got another trash can with another lid, and that one went on a walkabout as well, so now we have no trash can, which is fine. We'll hang our trash we hang it high up on thank you for the music. We hang it high up on the fence so that the dogs don't get to it. Play with your cars. And it's bothersome, but oh well. I can't afford any trash can now, and I've already had 2 gone astray. And then the cell phone. Now I know that I don't lose things very easily, but my cell phone did go on a walkabout, and I had my ideas of where it went, and sure enough, it was taken from me, and that was hard too. And of course, these are just things, though, and it's not like it's not happened before to any one of us. The other day, a little old man wandered into our house trying to sell me nopal. For those of you that don't know what nopal is, it's a type of cactus. It's actually good for your heart, but it tastes nasty. It's kind of got a slimy taste to it, and I don't particularly like it. But it's supposed to be good for you, and people go out and harvest it in the fields. So people that are very poor go out early in the morning and collect a bucket full and try to sell it. And years ago, I would buy a whole bucket from people, just because that would be like a full day's wages. And then I'd give them back the bucket full of nopales and tell them, I don't know even how to cook them. I don't particularly want them, but go ahead. Uh-oh, did you drop your car? Oh no! Oh dear. Oh, you stubborn. And so, just things like this kept happening. Somebody coming to your door and asking for money for a funeral, and I mean, it just seemed like every day this last couple of weeks. It wasn't one thing, it was another, and we didn't have any money, and it was just frustrating. Plus, we haven't had a washing machine for over 10 weeks, and that's been very difficult to take my laundry out and have a little lady wash it and pay her for it and bring it home heavy. It's heavy. Laundry's heavy when it's wet. You really want that car, don't you, son? What did you do with it? Oh, here it is. I'll get it. Oh. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Anyway.